Okay, we're going to change gears now, get a check of what's happening in the world of business. Kate Moody joins me. Hi there, Kate.
Hi, Tom.
Volkswagen facing what looks like it's going to be a long and expensive legal battle. It's all to do with dieselgate, and it's happening in Germany.
Absolutely. More than 400,000 people have joined the country's first ever class action lawsuit. They say Volkswagen deliberately harmed consumers by installing emissions cheating software in millions of its diesel vehicles, allowing them to pollute more than was legal. The case is likely to grind on for years and could make it harder for the carmaker to turn the page on a scandal that has damaged both its bottom line and its brand. Wasim Cornet has more.
It may be 4 years since the dieselgate scandal erupted, but German automaker Volkswagen is still paying the price today. Since it emerged in 2015 that the company had installed software to reduce emissions in lab tests, Volkswagen has had to shell out tens of billions of euros, encompassing damage control, compensation, buybacks, and investments into the group's new strategy. Overall, the company has spent some 30 billion euros in fines and compensation to owners and dealers, the majority after pleading guilty to a U.S. criminal case in March 2017. There have also been large settlements in Australia and Canada. The automaker has also been forced to dive more quickly into its transition to electric vehicles in an effort to shed its image of a heavy polluter. This summer, Volkswagen aired a 1-minute 45-second ad during NBA Finals in the United States, highlighting its push for vehicles powered by green energy and claiming that in the darkness of the scandal, the company found the light.
Touch the sounds of silence.
But the company's image is still far from what it once was. While customers in Europe seem to have regained trust in the German automaker, U.S. sales have yet to return to pre-crisis levels.
Unemployment in the Eurozone has fallen to its lowest level since 2008. The official unemployment rate for the 19-member bloc hit 7.4% in August, down from 7.5% the previous month. The data could help offset concerns about broader weakness in the Eurozone, especially in the manufacturing sector. Earlier this month, the European Central Bank relaunched a stimulus program in an effort to boost stagnating growth. Separately, Britain's Office for National Statistics confirmed that the UK economy contracted 0.2% in the second quarter, ahead of the October 31st Brexit deadline. It means the economy would officially be in recession if it continued declining from July to September. Business optimism about the future, meanwhile, has dropped to its lowest level since before the 2016 referendum. Britain's finance minister said the government was preparing for all possible outcomes to insulate the economy from any Brexit shock.
I understand the uncertainty around Brexit can be challenging, but our step change in preparations has made a deal outcome more likely and a no-deal outcome more manageable. Working closely with the Bank of England, we're ready to draw on the full armoury of economic policy if needed.
Let's check in on the day's trading action now. Mixed close for the major European indices. The FTSE 100 dropping below the flat line in London. The CAC 40 gained nearly 2/3 of a percentage point here in Paris. The DAX a little bit less there. Wall Street's rising with the tech sector outperforming. Lots of focus on trade issues as a top U.S. advisor denied Chinese claims that Beijing was allowing more international investment in its economy. High-level talks between American and Chinese trade negotiators are set for early October. Meanwhile, an even more long-running international trade dispute is set to escalate. The World Trade Organization is set to confirm that the U.S. can impose tariffs on the European Union in response to subsidies for AIRBUS that have been ruled illegal. The EU has a similar case pending at the WTO, accusing Washington of illegal support for American competitor BOEING. The WTO is reportedly going to give the green light to tariffs on a record $7.5 billion worth of EU goods. Moving on to some of the day's other business headlines now. WeWork has formally pushed back plans to float shares on the stock market. The property and office rental group said it was indefinitely postponing the highly anticipated IPO to focus on strengthening its core business. Its CEO resigned last week under heavy pressure from top investor SoftBank. AIRWAYS has officially halted all flights on Monday afternoon, 10 days after it stopped selling tickets. The French carrier said it had not received any takeover offers this weekend. A new court hearing on the airline's future is set for Wednesday. And Slovenia's flagship carrier ADRIA Airlines has also filed for bankruptcy. Its license has been revoked and all planes grounded. 10,000 passengers have already been affected. The government has ruled out support for ADRIA, saying its financial situation was even worse than anticipated. On Wednesday, October 2nd, India will impose a ban on single-use plastics. While it's good news in the fight against pollution, it means that industries will have to reorganize quickly to find alternative solutions to packaging. Shirley Sitbon reports.
Plastic waste piles up in these streets of New Delhi. It chokes rivers and drains. So when Prime Minister Narendra Modi told the UN in August he's taking drastic measures to stop that pollution,
a very large campaign is being started across the entire country to make India free of single-use plastic.
some were enthusiastic.
The step that the Modi government has taken to fight plastic pollution is very good.
Others panicked, like street vendors and various businesses using plastic packaging. This man works in a factory producing plastic cups.
We've been out of work for a month. I have to pay for the school fees of my children and other expenses. This ban is serious trouble for us.
India has over 30,000 plastic-making facilities worth 29 billion euros, employing some 4 million people. Environmentalists hail Prime Minister Modi's initiative, but they say the government must find alternatives to single-use plastic before it bans it. Indians use 14 million tons of plastic every year. The country lacks a nationwide system for trash collection. And the Ganges River is the second biggest contributor to plastic pollution in the world's oceans. The ban could cut consumption by up to 10%.
Certainly a growing trend around the world, Tom, to ban these single-use plastics. But businesses are really facing a tough time trying to catch up.
All right, well, about time too, I would say. Thank you very much indeed, Kate Moody, with today's business news. That's it from me. I'll be back in a minute. Don't go away.